Okay. Okay, students. Okay, let us start. So in my last class, previous schedule, we studied about the role of this particular fungi, use of this particular fungi as food, how this particular fungi has been extensively used as food. So now let us study the other useful aspect of this particular fungi. Fungi, they are also used in control of pest. Especially, they can be used as nematicides. What are these nematodes? Nematodes, these are certain worms belonging to phylum Nematoda. Okay, they cause serious damage to some of the crops. So hence, there are certain particular, instead of going for certain chemical nematicides, we can also use certain fungi which get parasitized on these nematodes and destroy the nematodes. So such fungi are called as such a kind of pesticides. They are called as myconematicides. These are the preparation made up of fungi which has an ability of killing the nematodes. Those are called as myconematicides. Nematode trapping fungi. That is, there are certain fungi where I had discussed in my class previously also. There are certain fungi which can trap, say, predaceous fungi. I was talking about predaceous fungi. So like our, in case of plants, picture plants, drosera, all these, no, they have an ability of catching certain insects. So those are called as insectivorous plants. So likewise, when I was talking about the modification of the hyphae, I had also told there are certain fungi which can trap the nematodes by producing certain sticky substance or producing certain loop-like structures, etc. So there are certain fungi, so for example, Arthrobotrys species, Dactylia species. These are some of the fungi where they can trap this nematodes either by this Dactylia species. They produce certain sticky substance where when this particular nematodes come in contact, they get trapped, or they produce some loop-like structure. Once the nematode pass through this particular loop, they just get tied down. And also there are certain Irsutilla species, Myria species, Catenaria species, where they become endoparasites. See what they does, these nematodes are there. So if they come in contact with the nematodes, they infect this nematode and become parasite inside the nematode and destroy the nematode. The mode of action of this myconematicide is, one is mechanical mode, that is by just trapping them. The other mechanism is getting parasitized inside, it will become a parasite inside the nematode and try to destroy the nematode. That is by the mode of becoming parasite. That is Irsutilla species, Myria and Catenaria species. They does or kill the nematode by become parasite inside them. Egg parasites. There are certain fungi where before the process of hatching of this particular insect, this egg, they get parasitized on the egg. Say, for example, Dactylia species, Verticillum species, they infect the egg of this particular nematode and try to destroy those nematodes. So that is the mode of action. There are many commercially available myconematicides are available. Say, for example, Royal 300. So this is the preparation which is made from Arthrobotis superba, Arthrobotis rubata species, has been extensively used in commercializing this myconematicides. Hence, the fungi, apart from their uses in industries or as a food, it is also been used in controlling nematodes. And also, apart from nematodes, there are other pests also. Very common pest are our insect pest, especially the pest belonging to the phylum Arthropoda. All these insects, they destroy our crops. So many myco insecticides are also available. Commonly used myco fungi or Verticillum species, Metarhizium species, Bavaria brassiana, and Bavaria brassiana has been extensively used against cork borers, cotton balls, white flies, aphids, grasshoppers, locusts, corn borer, etc. So Bavaria brassiana is playing a major role in the market, where it has been marketed in different trade name in the many of the Western countries. Likewise, apart from this Bavaria brassiana, next come Metarhizium species. This Bavaria brassiana, the mode of action of this Bavaria brassiana is they go and become parasitized. They become a parasite. How actually they destroy this particular pest? The mode of action of this Bavaria brassiana is one of a Deuteromycetes fungi, which is whitish in color. The colony morphology is white, like your Fusarium only. They produce conidia, and the mode of action of killing this particular insect is when the insect is in the larval stage itself, they can infect, or even onto the insect they can infect. Where they enter inside, they become parasitized inside. The entire body of this particular insect get infected with this particular fungi, and finally this particular insect starve and they die. Likewise, you have Metarhizium species. One interesting thing is even cockroaches can be controlled using Metarhizium and Isophilae species. I mean Metarhizium and Isophilae. This is one of a species which has been traded or marketed. The product is called as Biopath. What it does, it has an ability of destroying this cockroaches. Likewise, as I was mentioning in my previous classes also, we can still, I think not much work has happened with respect to the control of this mosquitoes. See, but we have to remember that if we are going to discover or innovate anything, we have to keep in mind that that particular fungi should target only that particular, for example, if I want to control mosquitoes, if I want to do some research in that particular field, isolating particular fungi which has an ability of controlling this particular mosquitoes, it should not give, if we are going to use that particular fungi, it should not give an adverse effect on any other flora, fauna of on this earth. Even onto the human, it should not cause any effect. It should go target only on mosquitoes and kill the mosquitoes. So such kind of research should happen. So likewise, some of the research which has been happened in this particular field, extensively used organisms are Verticillium species, Metarhizium species, Bavaria bassiana. These are some of the fungi which has been extensively used in controlling various insect pest, which has been marketed in different name and extensively produced in the other countries. So likewise, we have the mycoherbicides. So you know, insecticides, the fungi preparation made up of a fungi which control insects. Likewise, we have mycoherbicides. What are these herbicides? These are the substances which has an ability of destroying herbs. So here we can also call it as weedicides, weed, unwanted plants if we want to destroy. So we can use a target fungi which can destroy that particular weed and destroy that particular plant. So likewise, many investigation has happened. Still lots, there is there is a large way to go even in this particular field. So for example, we have different products which has been prepared using different fungus. So for example, you have Puccinia canaliculata, where it has an ability of destroying the target weed called as yellow nutsedge. So these are some of the weed which has to be destroyed. So instead of going for various chemicals or even a certain mechanical way of removing this unwanted plants, just spray this particular herbicides, mycoherbicides. These mycoherbicides go and target only on the weed which we want, destroy that particular weed by various mode of action and destroy only that. But we should keep in mind our plant, whichever it is required, it should be not a target of that particular plant. So such kind of research still it has to happen, but the research is going on. Students, these are the areas which you can take up and do extensively work on this particular field. However, I have listed out some of the fungus which has been extensively used, the product and the target weed, on which weed this particular fungi is going and acting, and which countries are using this particular mycoherbicides and mycofungicides. Apart from those, even there are certain fungus which are present, which can be present in the soil, which can be pathogenic to our plantation. So if it has to be destroyed, instead of going for chemical fungicides, we can go for biopesticides. Especially in biopesticides, we can go for fungi, especially the fungi. Mycofungicides can be used, which show certain antagonistic activity on our target pathogenic fungi. So some of the fungicides, mycofungicides, has been listed out. Say for example, if you want to control this particular damping of disease which is being caused by Phytophthora species, we can go for the inoculation of Gleocladium varians. This has been traded as soil guard. Gleocladium variants. This Gleocladium is also like our trichoderma. The same morphology it has got, same activity it has got. It has an ability of destroying the fungal pest called as Phytophthora species. So the Phytophthora causes what disease? Damping of diseases in many of the plants when they are seedling. So instead of going for certain chemical fungicide, which affects the environment, go for biomagnification. In order to avoid that, better to go for certain fungicides which are antagonistic to the pathogen which it is which it is causing disease, so that we can overcome the usage of the chemical fungicides. Likewise, we have many other organisms. Trichoderma species, very good example for this mycofungicide is Trichoderma species, where it has been marketed. See, even in India, is Biocon is preparing this bio pesticide Trichoderma. See, these are some of the trade names: Root Shield, Mycotrac, Trichophil. These are some of the trade name of this trichoderma species, which has a wider role of this trichoderma, and it doesn't produce any mycotoxin. And also, apart from using of this trichoderma as a pesticide, it is also majorly involved in biogeochemical cycling, especially the decomposition of cellulose. It is being used as a biofertilizers, as well as it can be used as a pesticides. So trichoderma, preparation of the trichoderma plays a major role in agricultural field. So where this trichoderma has an ability of infecting or antagonistic to various fungi. So for example, Rhizoctania solani, Pythium species, Fusarium species, various other pathogens, soil pathogen, foliar pathogen, where it can infect them and destroy them, either by producing various secondary metabolite or becoming a hyperparasite on a parasite. Say for example, this trichoderma will become the mode of killing this particular pathogen by trichoderma is becoming either by becoming hyperparasite. You know, this Rhizoctania is a parasite. It causes various disease in plants. It's a parasite. So what this Trichoderma harisianum does, this Trichoderma harisianum become a parasite on this Rhizoctania parasite. So by becoming a hyperparasite on a Rhizoctania, they destroy this particular pathogen. Likewise, by producing various antibiotics, say for example, trichodermine, viridin, and also it produces certain other secondary metabolites. So many other mode of action of this trichoderma are there. So hence this trichoderma species, Geocladium species, Candida species, Cryptococcus species can be extensively used as a mycofungicide, and which is being used as a biopesticide in controlling various fungal pests. Apart from the usage of this particular fungi in various other industries, in alcohol production or in organic acid production or in pharmaceutical industries or in enzyme production or in as a food or in beverages or in dairy industries or any other industries, even this particular fungi has been, some of the fungi has been extensively used as a research tool. So where some of the example, as we had discussed in our classes also, Neurospora crassa. Neurospora crassa, Physarum species, has been extensively used in research. Because why they are using, like Drosophila is being used in genetics, and also we are using pea plants with respect to the plants. We are using this peas, albinomyces are being used, isn't it? Say likewise, guinea pigs are being used even in the field of fungi. The research, this particular Neurospora species, Physarum species, has been extensively used. The main purpose of using this Neurospora or Physarum, their growth rate is very fast, easy to get the results. Within a short period of time we can get the results, and they undergo a process of the meiosis. So all these matters for the use of this organism in the field of research. So these are some of the field the fungi has been extensively used. Both this particular fungi plays a major role in ecosystem through biogeochemical cycling, biological recycling, especially the recycling of carbohydrates, cellulose, pectin, lignin, all this. They also has an ability of breaking down the lipid. They have an ability of breaking down even the protein, and also they play an important role in bioremediation. Also they have been extensively used in various industries, and they are used in various industries like food industries, textiles industries, etc. Apart from these, it also has certain harmful effect also, where they have an ability of producing various diseases in plants as well as in animals, humans, etc. Still, as I was mentioning all over this particular class, lots of research should happen in this particular field, in the field of food as well as in agricultural and pharmaceutical. Even the exploration of this particular fungi has to happen. Especially there is lots of scope in exploiting the marine fungi. The exploration is very less. So why can't you all take up this research in this particular field also, exploiting the marine fungi, many soil fungi and all. Lots of research has happened. Still it will go on. There are many fungi which cannot be grown in vitro condition. Still that work is also, we have marine fungi. We can explore marine, this compared to land, our ocean, the water bodies percentage of covering of the earth is more. Still the biodiversity of this marine fungi is being not yet explored, not completely explored. And also the metabolites from them can be used. So we can take up this particular field of exploring the marine fungi also and it can be applied in various industries. So this is about the economic importance of fungi. Students, any doubts?